Scripture this morning is from Proverbs 31, verses 10 through 12, and also 25 through 31. It's an ode to a capable wife. A capable wife who can find is far more precious than jewels. The heart of her husband trusts in her, and he will have no lack of gain. She does him good and not harm all the days of her life. Verse 25, strength and dignity are her clothing, and she laughs at the time to come. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue. She looks well to the ways of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children rise up and call her happy, her husband too, and he praises her. Many women have done excellently, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Give her a share in the fruit of her hands, and let her works praise her in the city gates. Good morning again, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers here, all the caregivers, and whatever you do in life for each other. It's a blessing that you are with us. As I thought about this message this morning, I thought, what can I say about mothers that hasn't already been said many times before? The answer is probably nothing, but I'll try. But we come together this morning first to honor God, then to honor our mothers, our grandmothers, and mothers of our children. This is a day for expressions of love. It is a day of remembering. I am aware that Mother's Day is difficult for some of you. Maybe you have wanted to be a mother but can't for some reason. Perhaps some of you have not had the best mother in the world. Some of you have had a mother who passed away. Some of you have mothers who may have lost a child to death. Some of you mothers feel the pain of a wayward child this morning. And some of you are flying solo as you work to raise your child. A mother's worth goes way beyond measure. Perhaps you have heard the name Anna Jarvis. Anybody heard of her? Lori, of course. She was the first one to suggest having a national observance of an annual day honoring all mothers because she had loved her mother so much. At a memorial service for her mother on May 10, 1908, she gave a carnation, which was her mother's favorite flower, to every person who attended. This caught on, and on May 9, 1914, by an act of Congress, President Woodrow Wilson proclaimed the second Sunday in May as Mother's Day. He established it as a time for public expression of our love and reverence for the mothers of our country. Did you know that the Statue of Liberty by the famous French sculptor Bartholdi had quite a controversy finding a model for the statue? She had to be a woman whose features could replicate liberty, respect, love, and acceptance. He examined dozens of outstanding heroes, but in the end, he chose as a model his own mother. Proverbs 31:10, who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. Her children rise up and call her blessed. In Scripture, there are many great women. I may say this wrong, apologize. Jochebed was the mother of Moses. What a wonderful story of a mother's love and sacrifice for her son. Hannah, the mother of Samuel, and how she dedicated him to the Lord, and how God honored her request by using him in the ministry. Lois and Eunice, grandmother and mother of Timothy, who were diligent students of God's words. Sarah, the mother of Isaac. Rebecca, the mother of Jacob. Rachel, the mother of Joseph. And let's not forget Eve. Abigail, Hagar, Dorcas, Deborah, the Bible's only judge, Anna, or Ruth, who forsaken her own nation to become part of the royal family of Jesus Christ, or Queen Esther, or Rahab, who both had risked their lives to serve God, or Elizabeth. Mary Magdalene, or even Priscilla, all loyal, devoted followers of Christ and his gospel. I'm sure you may think of women I did not mention this morning, but there may be fewer women whose godliness may have been greater than Mary, mother of Jesus. Remember when Jesus saw his mother standing near his cross? He lifted his voice and says to his mother, "Woman, look at John, for now he will be your son." Even in his darkest hour, he was willing to do the right thing concerning his mother. What an example he set. When God gave us the 10 Commandments, he gave us instructions as to how we should feel and act toward our parents. In Exodus 20:12, honor your father and your mother so that your days may be long in the land that the Lord your God is giving you. And in Ephesians 6:1-2, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother. This is the first commandment with a promise. As we reflect on our own mothers today, certainly there is much to be said about these beautiful women. A mother has the fascinating ability to almost be everywhere at once, and she alone can somehow squeeze an enormous amount of living into a 24-hour day. A mom can be tough as nails when she needs to be. The quickest way for a mother to get the attention of her children is to attempt to sit down and look comfortable. My mother taught me logic. If you fall off that swing and break your neck, you can't go to the store with me. Also, if everyone else jumped off a cliff, would you do it too? My mother taught me humor. When that lawnmower runs over your toes, don't come running to me. My mother taught me genetics. You're just like your father. My mother taught me anticipation. Just wait until your dad gets home. My mother taught me religion. Better pray that comes out of the carpet. My mother taught me about stamina. You sit there until all that spinach is finished. My mother taught me the circle of life. I brought you into this world, and I can take you out. And my all-time favorite, she taught me justice. One day you will have kids, and I hope they turn out just like you. Then you'll see what it's like. I can't wait. Have you ever thought about the resourcefulness of our mothers and all they have done for us while we were growing up, and even after we got out of the house? All those roles she filled, like nurse, counselor, spiritual leader, educator, nutritionist, accountant, taxi, maid, peacemaker, even entertainer, teacher, and even a mender. We must not forget how unselfish our moms are. In her heart, she can't be anything but unselfish. That's just the way it is. I have a short story from Jean Merrihew Lofgren. It says, a mother sometimes reaches despair. The dryer won't dry, all the clothes are washed and wet. The baby bites the cat's tail and is scratched for it. 3-year-old dumps the Tinker toys by the front door when you expect the minister to call. The baby screams for attention. Soothing medications must be halted while mother sprints to a relentless doorbell. There stand 2 neighborhood children to report, your baby is crying. 8-year-old dashes in to say he forgot, but it is his turn to take cookies to his meeting today. Fingerprints all over the house loom suddenly vivid. The ragged edge of the rug seems suddenly dreadful. 3-year-old won't go outside, the cat won't come in, the gelatin won't gel, and the sun won't shine. The stew sticks and the pudding boils over while the phone rings on and on and on. And with it, and above it, and through it all comes, Mommy, come see, Mommy, come see, Mommy, come see, incessantly, monotonously, unendingly from the 3-year-old. Mother leans chin on broom handle and mutters, next time I'll raise chickens, Lord. Children are just too much. Then, 10-year-old crashes in, rough and ready, oh boy, to confide. Mommy, at Cub Scout meeting, we had to list the 5 things most precious to us, and I did. 1 is God, 2 is mother and father, 3 is America, 4 is babies, and 5 is sunsets. Suddenly, the baby's eyes seem very blue. 6-year-old recites from memory the entire 23rd Psalm, which is better than spelling what? Fingerprints retreat again. Daddy walks in. Really, life could not be richer. It is a glory never to be bartered. Finally, she says, "Dear Lord, keep the chickens. I'll carry on for now. And thank you from the bottom of my heart." So make sure you tell your mom how much you appreciate all the things she has done for you. She didn't spend on herself until all your needs were met. She did without so you could have. She cleared her schedule so she could run you around. She literally lays down her life for you, so show her your appreciation. Give her a hug without asking, or a kiss on the cheek, or just sit next to her on the couch and hold her hand. Be patient and understanding, and always listen to her wise words. And if and when your mother has tears, be compassionate and wipe them away. And so today, on this Mother's Day, thank you for your undying love, your untiring work, your unselfish giving, and your undivided devotion. Mothers are truly a gift from God.